The brand new season has caused a big change in the meta rulers wise, so now all of the different best rulers in the game have changed up a lot. So in this video, I'm going to show you what the worst rulers are and what the best rulers are to use. And here we are in our first round. We are with the worst ruler in the game right now is the Goblin Queen. Now guys, I don't think that the Goblin Queen is necessarily bad. I think against the builder, she can actually be very strong. But against the Empress, the Lung, and the King, I think she is bad. So that's why I'm giving her the worst ruler in Merge Tactics spot. We're going to play a game today with every single ruler to maybe see if I'm wrong with any of my predictions or if maybe I should move any of them around. So right now we do get the first one with the Queen here, which is huge, but unfortunately we do not get any Goblins. Very unfortunate right there. So one thing that the Goblin Queen that you need to know with her that's actually very helpful is against the builder, the buildings actually count as goblins. So, or you can actually get goblins from the builders. So right here, we're going to go ahead and get the Ranger Synergy instead of the P.E.K.K.A. Synergy. Even though, actually, let's go ahead and put the P.E.K.K.A. Synergy in instead of the Ranger Synergy and go ahead and put our Dark Goblin in the corner. And hopefully we're going to be able to get some goblins here. He's going to move his Xe. So last second, I'm going to move my Dark Goblin so the Xe cannot snipe that. And let's see, let's hope that our P.E.K.K.A. is able to kill and heal. Nice, we do get a Goblin from the building right there. So that is the one thing that the Goblin Queen has a huge advantage of. And this Superstar trait just absolutely killed me. That is very unfortunate. Let's see if we can. No, okay. So Superstar trait is just busted. Can we? Are we serious? Okay. Yeah, unfortunate loss right there, but we did see that we did get a Goblin from the building right there. And let's go ahead and put the Goblin in for the Goblin Synergy right here and get the mini P.E.K.K.A. leveled up. So this is a pretty decent comp going into the next game. With the Queen, you're going to want to play how you always do and normally go for a Goblin Throwers comp or a Goblin Rangers comp. Those are the two best comps with the Queen still. Those are not the best comps in the game right now. If you guys have watched or been keeping up with the Merge Tactics meta, the current best comp is Superstar P.E.K.K.A. and Superstar P.E.K.K.A. Giant with the Skeleton Dragons. So that is the current best comp, and this is not really that close, but honestly, if you want to use the Queen, you can use it, and it's very solid. We do win that game right there, which is very good. I believe we did get a Spear Goblin right there, so let's see what we can get off this. We do get the Spear Goblin, so we're going to go ahead and go for the for the Blaster Synergy, which I would argue is the best out of the synergies that you can go for with the Queen. I believe that the Blasters is the best. You can go for it with the Executioner, or if that is taken, you can go for it with maybe a Wizard or something. I'm probably going to go for it with a Wizard or a Princess, but let's see if he's going to use his Xe to snipe anything. He does have the Inferno Tower, unfortunately, but hopefully we can get a ton of Goblins from these buildings right here. It's going to take a while to see. Okay. We do get some buildings or some goblins from that, which is very nice. Unfortunately, his superstar synergy is going off, and we are getting a ton of goblins here. I don't think that that is enough. That's going to be enough elixir to make the queen worth using, but I guess we can see later on in the game if I do end up getting enough. Unfortunately, I do lose that round. So let's see. We get the spear goblin right there, and let's go ahead and get the Xe. I sold the Spear Goblin. I'm not really sure why I did that. Let's go ahead and get the P.E.K.K.A. right here. We got a 3-star RG. I don't even want that, but I might just take it. And we are getting a lot of elixir here. Let's sell the RG. We don't need it. Let's get the Valk in here for the Brutalist Synergy. And honestly, I think we're looking really good, especially for the Queen. Very insane that we're able to get this much elixir from the Queen, especially with her being the worst ruler, in my opinion. So maybe I'll have to change that. I'll probably re-rate them at the end, depending on how they do here. But definitely a very interesting predicament that we're in here. We just got more goblins. It's still the 33% chance to get a goblin, but looking very decent here, honestly. So let's see who wins this. It is going to be the other Queen user against the builder. So let's see if we can hopefully knock him out of the game here. And wow, we get a Dark Goblin. So, I mean, just a ton of elixir from the synergy is what I'm noticing. And honestly, I might have to end up changing it. But let's see if there are any other things that prove better first. I know that the King got a recent buff to where every loss it can get anywhere from, I believe it is 4 to 8 elixir. Yeah, it's anywhere from 4 to 8 elixir, and that definitely made it decent. Let's go ahead and sell the goblin for the Mega Knight here, and hopefully we can get some spear goblins with this next thing. This is actually a very decent looking comp that I have right here with the thrower synergy. I have the P.E.K.K.A synergy. I think P.E.K.K.A is probably the second best trait in the game, right behind the Superstar, which is why in the comp with the Superstar trait, it is absolutely busted. So let's see if it can get some extra damage here, and we should knock this guy out of the game here. He's got the ranged Archer Queen. Okay, nice. We do knock him out of the game there. Let's go ahead and get the upgrade on. Hopefully we get a 4-star Spear Goblin here. Oh, we don't have the Goblin synergy. Okay, it's a little bit unfortunate, but we can go ahead and work around that. So let's get the Princess here and just try and cycle through and hopefully get a... Fortunately, we don't get anything. Let's just go ahead and wait off. So let's see. This guy really doesn't have a particularly great comp right here, but it's also not terrible. He does have the 2-star Executioner blocking us on all that, and he also has 3 out of 4 Superstar synergy. So hopefully this Switch is not able to build up charges very quickly. I don't know why he would go for the 4 out of 4 Superstar. You typically just want to go for the 2 out of 2 Superstar with the Witch and the E-Giant because that is the best strategy with her. Because the chance to recast does not change based on based on how based on how many rulers there are. Sorry, based on how many troops you have. We get the 4-star Spear Goblin, absolutely huge there. If we can survive this round, we should be in a good spot looking forward. It looks like we're going to win this round, so that is huge. We get a 4-star Spear Goblin, which is very impressive. I was not really expecting to get this many goblins from the Goblin Queen, but like I said, with the amount of buildings that the Master Builder has, Queen might be very solid. Oh my goodness. I'm almost about to have a maxed comp, maybe almost not a max, not quite a max comp, but very close to having a max comp with a 4-star Spear Goblin. That is insane. He does have the 4-star Expo, so that could very much change things for us here. He's very much built up defenses around that, so let's see if we can go ahead and break through the switch here. It's going to be very close to see if I can go ahead and beat this guy. We should take the Inferno Tower out very quickly, pretty much one shot. Yeah, one shot with the P.E.K.K.A, and we do get the Dark Goblin from that. We don't really need it. Hopefully we can get some... Let's see. Oh, man, that Expo is going to ramp up, and I think that might be game over. Okay, let's see if that Spear Goblin can take out the Expo. Oh, my goodness, it did not even close. So we lose to that 4-star Expo right there. The Queen definitely looked a lot stronger than it had previously. We're into a game with the King here, and we get the Expo modifier. The King, guys, probably the worst, or for sure the worst ruler in Merge Tactics, or one of the worst rulers in Merge Tactics. I'm not sure if it's the worst, but it's definitely getting there. So, before, I also want to tell you about this. Before I played this game right here, I accidentally queued into another game with the Goblin Queen, and I got 3 4-star goblins off of the Goblin Queen. So my rating on her is definitely going to change, so be sure to stay tuned because at the end I'm going to be ranking all of them. Guys, I think that the Queen might actually be slept on, like severely slept on, because the Queen, she was just broken. I saw that game and I couldn't kill her. Like, okay, so basically I played in a game with another Queen. I need to put some of these in. I played in a game with another Queen, and then I played a Builder and then a Spirit Empress. And off the troops that I got, I just got so many goblins from the Builder. It was broken. So I didn't even think that the Queen would even be this close. So once again, we're into another game, or we're in our game with the King here. Let's try and go ahead and win with the King. So guys, with the King, you want to go ahead and go for the Goblin synergy, and you also want to go for early round losses to sacrifice you want to sacrifice your elixir. I put my Expo in the bag at the beginning. I was not thinking. I put let's see, what else do I want here? Okay, I think we're good. We want to go for the Goblin synergy and use the elixir that you get early round to generate a good comp, and then buy the troops that you want early, and hopefully use that to win the rest of your rounds. Although I might just lose another round right here. So let's see. We do lose this next round here. We do have the extra HP, which is very useful into keeping us alive. But let's go ahead and use that elixir to hopefully get some more good cards. We get the 3-star Goblin right there, 3-star Dark Goblin right there. So, looking very good. Let's go ahead and pivot to a Ranger's comp right here and see if we can, if we get a Ranger. Let's get the Skeleton Dragons in here for the Ranger synergy. Or I have the RG for the Ranger synergy. Let's do that. And then I'm going to go ahead and get this for the Spear. and we might as well just sell that and get the XC and put him in. All right, so let's go ahead and put that in the front. So thanks more. And we should win this round. I mean, we have the 3-star Dart Goblin. It's going to be very close, actually, maybe, because he has that monk on my RG. So let's see if my Dart Goblin can ramp up. It looks like it's going to ramp up. It looks like he's going to ramp up. Unfortunately, I don't really have any more losses that I can get Elixir from. So we're just going to have to try and win this game without that and just use the Goblin synergy to generate Elixir. We do get the Dart Goblin right there. I don't really know if I wanted that, to be honest, but let's see if we can work on some better front line here. We do need some more tanky troops that's not just the Goblin up there. So maybe the P.E.K.K.A would actually be good. I'm actually gonna sell this for the P.E.K.K.A and then maybe get an E-Giant when I have the chance. I just sold that for the P.E.K.K.A right there because I think it's valuable. He's running Assassins. The dead guy is. Oh my goodness. Okay. We managed to get those in before those Assassins land. I don't think they would have done much even if they did land all my troops, but better to be safe than to be sorry and lose to a bot that's dead. That would be very embarrassing. So we do win this game, or win this round right here, and hopefully one of these guys gets knocked out of the game so we can at least take second. And it's going to be actually very close. He might actually get knocked out of the game, and there he goes. So automatically second place with the king, but King really not looking as strong as some of the other rulers right now, so we're just going to have to see if we can win this late game, even with the King. King's latest buff definitely helped him a lot, but I'm not sure if he's quite the caliber where we can consider him viable in the meta. I think he might be one of the few troops that you probably shouldn't use, in my opinion. Now, these rulers this season are a lot more balanced than all the other seasons, and there really isn't right now a concrete best ruler that you have to use, and like the gap is huge against all the other rulers. Like, it's very close. All these rulers are very close and very similar, so it's down to a matter of personal preference. It's down to a matter of, do you think this ruler is better, and which one do you enjoy playing? So unfortunately, we do lose this round. That's okay. I do think that the King is one of the worst rulers. Coming in at the third worst or third best, if you want to look at it that way, we have the Battle Machine. So it is the Swift Tile modifier, and so we're going to put our P.E.K.K.A in the front row to hopefully get that Swift Tile. And guys, the reason why the Battle Machine is third and not a little bit higher is because while the buildings are very strong, they are only strong at certain times. So the buildings are absolutely busted, but they're very niche in how they work. So that is the only reason why it is not any higher. For instance, an Expo, if it comes alive, it will take over and win you the game. But if it doesn't come alive, it's absolutely useless, and you're just wasting a troop slot on the Expo. So with the Battle Machine, what you want to do, you just want to buy the best troops available, and you want to stall out the game. You want to make the game take as long as possible, because in rounds 1, 3, 5, and 8, you get the 1, 2, 3, and 4-star buildings. And guys, that is how you win the games. You win them with the 4-star buildings that you get at the end. And you need to hope that you get either an Inferno Tower, a Mortar, or an Expo very high leveled with the 3-star troops. Honestly, Builder Machine, not as good. The buildings from the Battle Machine, not as good as they could be. They could be a lot stronger. I think there's a couple of flaws that they have in the fact that they some of them miss. Like, for instance, the Mortar might need to do some splash damage, and he also misses. Unfortunately, we get the Elixir Pump right there, which isn't great. Let's go ahead and get the Mortar, or maybe let's put the Spear Goblin in instead and put him in that spot right there. We could get the we could sell the RG for the P.E.K.K.A. Let's actually do that, and then put the Wizard in for the throw synergy, and hopefully win this round. We should. But guys, like the Mortar does not do any splash damage. The Mortar also just misses a ton, so very inconsistent. It's too slow. It doesn't do enough damage. And guys, the builder is heavily RNG based of which building you actually get. So say you're in your last round and you finally get that 4-star building, but you get an Elixir Pump. That's not really going to help you out as much as like an Inferno Tower would, or an Expo would late game. So let's see if we can continue to level up these buildings. And we do get the Goblin Synergy here, which we'll take. We're going to go ahead and run a Throwers Goblins comp. Last game I actually ran, or I actually filmed this exact same clip that I was going to film with the Battle Machine, but I forgot to press record. In that game, we did get second, and we did get second to another Battle Machine, but the other two rulers were the Queen, and then it was a bot. So I really don't think that was a good gauge anyway, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I did cut that out of the video. And we did surprisingly win that game with the battle machine. But here, once again, looking very good. We might actually knock this guy out of the game. We do. So that's very good with the battle machine, and we for sure get second here. Let's go ahead and try and hopefully stall this game out. We get a 3-star Tesla, which is actually pretty decent. Tesla has a decent amount of health, and we are 5 out of 5 on all of our troops. So let's go ahead and try and upgrade what we have right now and hopefully get a Spear Goblin next round so we can get a leveled up Goblin Synergy. Now, hopefully we can go ahead and take these buildings out and take all of his troops out before that Expo gets ramped up. If the Expo does get ramped up, that is going to prove very troublesome for us, but we're just going to have to see. Hopefully this P.E.K.K.A can get this kill here so it can heal. I believe it does, and it might be able to tank long enough. Let's see, he has the Witch here. It's going to stall for his Expo. I think his Expo is going to come alive, though, very unfortunately. And yeah, we just lose to that Expo. Like I said, very inconsistent. That Expo comes alive, wins the game. That Expo doesn't come alive, we win. So we do unfortunately get a Goblin. Actually, it's not even that bad to get a Goblin right there. Let's go ahead and just cycle through. Nice, 3-star Spear Goblin, which is huge. Let's go ahead and just continue to cycle. I'm not really worried about merging as much. I'm just worried about leveling up my troops that I have. So next round, we're going to get that mini P.E.K.K.A, and we're going to be good to go. Let's go ahead and put these in the back a little bit more. Actually, I need to have something on that Swift tile. I should have put my Tesla on the Swift tile. I don't know what I was thinking. That's very unfortunate. I need to keep something on that Swift tile. So we're going to have our Spear Goblin in the back right there on that back tile. Hopefully, it's going to be able to do something. I probably should have moved it up a little bit because it's not really going to be able to do anything. Yeah, that was a little bit of my fault on the placement right there. But hopefully we can go ahead and take that out. Mortar, please go on the Skeleton Dragon. It's 1 HP. Hello? Please. What is the Mortar doing? This is what I'm saying with the Battle Machine, especially the Mortar. It just airballs like half the time. And let's see. We need to stall one more round here to hopefully get our 4-star building. Ooh, 3-star P.E.K.K.A. That's big. Okay. We get the 3-star P.E.K.K.A right there, which is very big. Let's go ahead and continue to cycle through and see if we get anything we don't. All right. That's fine. Let's take our Spear Goblin out of here and put him up here instead to hopefully do something more than he did last game. Let's go ahead and put him on this side. Does he have any splash units? He has none. He has the Valkyrie for a splash unit, but that's a melee, and we're not worried about that hitting our Spear Goblin or our Wizard. So we should be good this round. Hopefully we can survive. It's going to be very, very close. He has the Witch to stall. He has the RG to ramp up for the Rangers. Our Mortar is on the RG, and our Wizard is doing quite a bit of splash, so hopefully we can go ahead and win this, please. Expo, do not ramp up. Expo, do not ramp up. It's going to be very close here. No, the Expo ramps up. Are we alive? We're alive. Okay, we're alive. We're getting a 4-star building right here. Let's see what we get. We get the 4-star Expo. Okay, let's put the Expo in the corner, and we are going to stall to get this. Actually, let's not put this Expo in the corner. Let's put the Expo. Where should we put the Expo? Right here. Let's put the Expo right here and just stall. We're just going to stall. And once this 4-star Expo wakes up, we're going to just win the game. That's the goal, okay? He got a 4-star Inferno Tower. We don't even care. Okay, we're not even going to worry about the Swift tile either. Okay, we're going to do this without the Swift tile. We need to cycle through to see if we can get some, maybe a mini P.E.K.K.A or something. No, we don't. Okay. Please, please, Expo, wake up. If this Expo wakes up, we win the game. If it doesn't, we lose. This is why I'm ranking the this battle machine so low, is because of the inconsistency of the buildings. Here we go. Expo comes alive. Expo comes alive. Expo comes alive, and we win. We win. Nice. Huge with the Expo coming alive. I said good game. I probably shouldn't have. It was not a good game. But, okay. Huge that the Expo comes alive. And, wow. So that is the inconsistency, and like I said, that's why you stall with the battle machine, because if you stall, you can get those OP buildings that are 4 stars. But like I said, it's very inconsistent because you might have a 4-star building like an Expo that never ramps up. But if you're using or playing against someone who maybe has a Witch or Skeleton Dragons that can stall the game, then the builder machine gets very good because of the Expo that can ramp up, and it's basically just the Expo. The Expo is the best building in the game in my opinion, but it takes a little bit too long to charge up. So maybe if you make the charge up time a little bit more and take the hit speed or the damage down a little bit, that would make it a lot more balanced. So let's see if our Expo can go ahead and ramp up. It should just win the game if it ramps up. One shot's pretty much everything, and we do win the game. We take that out. So that is the builder machine right there. All right, guys, we are in with the next best ruler, the second best ruler in the game, which is the Lung. And with the Lung, you want to buy cheap as you can. You want to buy cheap so you can get your advantage of an extra troop early. It is very, very broken still. Last season, it was the best ruler in the game. This season, it's still the second best ruler in the game, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and see if we can win this. With the Lung, you're going to want to go, obviously, cheap as possible. And then you're going to want to go Goblin so you can get some Elixir. So right now, we're going to go ahead and buy the Executioner right here and then get the Dark Goblin for the Goblin synergy. And we are just going to hold off for the rest of this round. The reason why the Lung is still good is because it does still hold the edge over every other troop except maybe the Battle Machine early game because it has that extra troop. So with the extra troop, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, obviously, like I said, buy cheap, go Goblins, and you're going to want to try and knock people out of the game early as soon as you can. Now, it's going to be very difficult to do if there are more Lungs in the lobby because they're also going to be competing for your cheap troops, as does every other troop in the game. We do get the Giant synergy early on, which is very good, and we actually are in a very good spot looking forward in this game. Let's go ahead and put the RG and the Giant right here so they can tank, and we have a very strong kind of front line, kind of ranged front line even, and it's looking very good for us right here. So guys, obviously what you're going to want to do, like I said, aim for the Rangers, or I haven't actually said this. So what you're going to want to do, you're going to go for Goblin, and you're either going to go Throwers or Rangers. Those are the two comps you do. You do it with pretty much every ruler. It's just because the Goblin synergy can get you a high-leveled Goblin card that's backline. You really want to use that. And the Lung, obviously, very, very, very strong early game because of that extra troop, and it can actually knock the other rulers out of the game before they have a chance to use the advantage that comes with their ruler, such as the Spirit Empress getting able to merge and then get infinite elixir. Let's see, like, for instance, yeah, this guy right here has the 3-star witch and the 3-star wizard in round 4, which is huge because he didn't get knocked out by the other Lungs like me and this other guy, and this is also maybe a bot, but maybe not. So, let's see if we can continue to build up this synergy right here and then hopefully win the game. We should win this round right here because we have so many tanks in the front. Hopefully my RG moves so that Princess doesn't do too much. That Princess did way too much for me, or for him, but we should still win this game despite that. Princess, now a thrower, so complement her into your Goblin throwers and have her snipe the weaker, squishier backline units, like my Spear Goblin and my Dark Goblin right there. The Lung, 7 troops, so you can build some very unique combos of troops for her. I actually haven't been, for him, I haven't actually been playing him very much this season because I have been playing the next ruler that I'm going to show you here, which is the best ruler in Merge Tactics. And I for sure think that the Lung, very versatile, maybe needs to have the bonus elixir per round removed to maybe take him down a little notch because against the Empress sometimes he's very oppressive, although in this round the Empress was able to survive the initial onslaught of the Lung's extra troops, so she is going to actually probably beat both of us no matter who wins and gets second this round. She is going to beat us because she gets all that elixir. We do knock this guy out of the game and get second, which is great. Lung rarely gets fourth. Him and the King both have a great advantage early game, which is why you would use him. Let's put this Prince in for the Barb right here and see if we can get maybe a 3-star RG. Do we want the 3-star RG or the 3-star Exi? So this is a very interesting situation right here. I would probably rather pick the Exi. Actually, no, I'm just wrong. Okay, I was going to pick the RG, but I didn't see that he had the Witch right there. And so I need to hope that I get a lucky, Executioner lineup on that Witch to win. If I do, I will win. If I don't, I will lose. Let's see if I get the lucky lineup on this Witch. I really hope I do. Unfortunately, he has the Superstar synergy, so hopefully I can kill that Witch. Get the Witch. Target the Witch. Target the Witch. If I target the Witch, we win. No! Oh, please. Please. I'm about to win. Okay, we win this round. Huge. We win this round. Yeah. No. All right. Here we go. Let's see if we can get this RG right here. We need the RG. Okay, there it is. I think we're just gonna keep it how we have it. I don't have an ace for my P.E.K.K.A. or anything. Let's see. This guy pretty much just wins on this round, right? He's got a ton of elixir right there. He's not doing very good at using it, though. He should have sold maybe the wizard right there that was 3-starred to make room for some better troops that were some more elixir. But he's actually out, and that is going to probably be GG's unless his witch gets a very lucky spawn. So, no, he knows it too. So let's go ahead and put our XE in the corner right here. And hopefully we win this game. We have the Giants to tank up front, and we have the XE to snipe the back line. Huge right there. He did get one shot onto the witch. Unfortunately, the witch is spawning a ton of skeletons right there. So please get a lineup, XE. Let's see. If he gets a lineup on the witch, we win. If he doesn't, we lose. It's okay. The one-star expo actually going to help us out a lot on cleaning up these skeletons, as is the Dark Goblin. Here we go. Here we go. Bang. Okay, please. Skeletons. It doesn't even matter, right? It doesn't even matter, right? Yes. Okay, we do win this. We do win this game. Beautiful with the Loon. Second best ruler in the game for a reason. And now, guys, the best ruler in Merge Tactics, the Spirit Empress. It's just her infinite elixir gives you so much advantages throughout the game. Versatile, you can block, you can get 3-stars very easily. Infinite elixir, very fun to play. And guys, there's nothing that's going to be the Spirit Empress. She's always going to be a very, very solid troop. Obviously, there might be troops that are better than her every now and then, but at the end of the day, she will always be a very, very solid ruler. So, unfortunately, we lose that first round, but with the Empress, you want to go ahead and buy the cheapest troop available. So, like, I'm going to buy the Skeleton Dragon here and the Goblin, and we're going to go ahead and force this merge right here. So, once you get merges, you get a ton of elixir, and you want to cycle very, very quickly to see if you can get some elixir. We do actually get pretty decent RNG here with the merges, and we can go ahead and almost get a 3-star. Oh, we get the 2-star Valk at the last second, so we have an insane comp going into the next round, and hopefully we can go ahead and use that to our advantage to basically just win this game. So what you're going to want to do with the Empress is you're going to want to buy the cheapest troops early, like I said. You're going to want to merge them, and then you're going to want to use that advantage to build the best comp available, and then block your opponents from building the exact same comp and from blocking you. So I'm going to go ahead and get the RG here with the Musketeer. We're going to level the RG up, and we're going to get the Witch right here, and we're going to merge her again, and we're just going to continue to buy and sell and merge troops until we get the exact cards that we want, which we do get here. Let's go ahead and buy the E-Giant. We don't really need the elixir right now. Perfect. We have every single card in our comp that we want aside from the Skeleton Dragons, and the Skeleton Dragons are just kind of a one-off thing. You don't really need to have these Skeleton Dragons. We did sacrifice a 3-star troop for a bunch of 2-stars, but that is okay because look at our bench right here. We have so many troops, and we have the ability to just basically win this game immediately because we have every card. They're not going to block us now because we're going to have infinite elixir going forward, and so it just does not matter what they do. Let's go ahead and put our P.E.K.K.A in here and then get the Witch. Bang. That is why the Empress is the best ruler in the game. We get that 3-star Witch right there, and we're going to go ahead and sell this Valkyrie to get some more elixir so we can go ahead and continue cycling through with our troops. We're going to sell the P.E.K.K.A again to get some more elixir, and always play risky with the Empress to win your games. Okay, it's very, very tempting to not want to sell your 3-star and 2-star troops to get more elixir, but that is what you have to do to win with the Empress. You play risky and you win. That's how I made it to top 500 when I played. That's how I'm up here right now. You just need to buy and sell troops quickly, and you need to play risky because eventually the chances are is you're going to get it back. You're going to get back what you sell. Now, here we go, right here. We're going to get this 2-star mini P.E.K.K.A right here, which is huge, and hopefully we can go ahead. We do get the 3-star whatever that was right there, and we're going to put the Skeleton Dragon in for the Barbarian so we can get the Ranger synergy. I just made a very bad play right there. No one saw it though. Let's go ahead and get the Princess in and the Musketeer. Let's get the Skeleton Dragons upgraded, and we're playing against the dead guy right here, so we can go ahead and just be very risky with our cycling because we know we're going to win regardless. Let's just get that. Okay, let's look at what these other people are playing right here. This guy might lose to a bot, which is very interesting. Let's see if we can hopefully win this round. Not the actually best I've played with the Empress yet this year, but we will see if I can turn it around. Obviously, we're still in first. We still have a full comp of 3-stars in round 5, or not full comp of 3-stars, but we're getting there. And we have a couple of 3-stars in round 5. And look at how much skeletons that witch spawned. And we're playing against the bot, I think. That's crazy. Is that... wow, that is kind of insane that someone just lost to a bot. Let's go ahead and get the 3-star Mini P.E.K.K.A right here, which is huge. Mini P.E.K.K.A, one of the best cards in the game right now. I'm not going to make a card tier list because I think it takes too long, and I just don't want to do that. Okay, now with this, you're going to go ahead and you're going to want to block all of your opponent's troops. So right now, we're just going to want to block any ace cards that we see. So like this Mega Knight here, we can block, and there we go. That should be a good game. Like I said earlier, I'm not going to be making a card tier list because other people are going to do that, and it just takes way too long for me to do. I don't want to do all that. So we're going to go ahead and win this game right here, and this is all you're going to